Hi Saggy, welcome back to the channel. So I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know about this reading. We're going to be doing a love reading for October. A lot of you guys requested that. I'm going to do 3 parts to this reading. So we're going to start off with those of you who are married or in relationships. We're going to do a second portion for those of you who may be in situationships. And the last portion will be for my singles. So if you're looking for the timestamps, they're in the description box and always in the comments as well. All right, so let's get started. I'll see you there. I hope you guys been having a great day. And yeah, let's get into the reading. Hi, Sag. All right, so this portion will be for those of you who are married or in solid relationships. So we're going to jump right in. I want to see what themes you could expect in your love life and in your relationship in the month of October. All right, so let's see what comes out for my Saggies who are married or in relationships. What themes are going on during October for their connection? Give me some messages for my Saggies. All right, one second. Let me change my ring out. Okay. All right. So I do feel like your relationship was kind of tumultuous in the past, okay? Not the most recent past, but throughout this year, there could have been some setbacks or some blocks in your relationship. So I am seeing that it does feel like you had to set some very strong boundaries with who you're dating or who you're in a relationship with. But in October, you can expect for this relationship to be in the butterfly and also heart with a key. All right. So with the butterfly, this talks about your relationship evolving to the next phase. So you guys could be making some heavy commitments in October or plans for heavy commitments to solidify by the end of this year. This could mean looking for a place to live together, moving in together. This could mean also maybe starting a family. This is also maybe proposals, engagements, maybe even setting a wedding date. You're going to finally do a wedding. So it feels like you and this person will be making some heavy commitments to move to the next phase of the relationship. This also talks about healing the inner child. So there could be traumas from childhood that you and this person went through separately in life, especially if you haven't known them since they were a child. And being adults and being in a relationship, you could see certain themes popping up, cycles repeating themselves. I feel like you and your partner are going to make it a big focus to healing. So this could be like couples counseling, or maybe someone's really getting into like meditation or shadow work or breath work, whatever, to calm that nervous system. I feel like you guys are both putting in a joint effort to heal so that you guys can grow without hurting each other, okay? And again, the butterfly also talks about growth. So you could experience a lot of growth and how you guys handle maybe difficulties and how you guys speak to each other and how you guys bond. There's a lot of growth coming from this connection. It's moving to the next phase. All right, we also have stabbed in the back. Now, I don't feel like this is happening in October. I feel like this is more so saying that you guys are healing from some type of situation where one of you felt stabbed in the back by the other. You felt betrayed by the other person. So this is heartbreak, pain. Maybe you and this person had to take a separation, and now in October, you guys are coming back together, getting back together, recommitting yourselves. All right. But it feels like someone could have betrayed you in the past, this person, and you could be really trying to figure out why they felt like they needed to do that, what triggered them to do that. Also, forgiveness is a big theme with this. So I feel like you're able to let bygones be bygones with talking it out or working things out. So it feels like whatever happened in the past, you guys are really taking a big focus on coming back together or rehashing this so that you can clear it out and move on for good. And last, we have heart with the key. So this is welcoming love, meeting the one. So I feel like the person that you could be with right now is the one. This person could be a very strong soulmate. This person could be a very significant lover. Like this could be a love like no other. You've dated many people before, but this person hits differently. All right. It talks about opening your heart or feeling safe enough to openly express yourself emotionally or just to bond with this person or even intimacy or sex, like feeling more safe and feeling comfortable and also feeling like you're enjoying that process as well. So I do feel like there's an uprise for those of you in relationships or married. This also talks about getting together, so like planning a lot of dates or spending a lot of time together, a lot of quality time, and things will seem almost perfect in October. So that's a really good omen to come out. All right, so those are the themes that you can expect between you and your partner in the month of October. Now, let's talk more so about you and this person specifically and how you guys are feeling towards each other in the relationship in the month of October. All right, so give me some messages for Sagittarius and their spouse or their partner. Tell me about their love life in the month of October, what's going to happen, and the themes surrounding these two. Give me one card for Sagittarius. Give me one card for Sagittarius's person. Give me the mutable energy between these two. All right, let's talk about it. 1 second. Let me clarify these cards as well. All right. All right, so what you can expect with your person is the ladybug, okay? So ladybug energy is coming through for you in October. This talks about leading and living in a very vibrant, abundant life, feeling really happy with each other, feeling comfortable around each other, or living in comfort. Lots of leisure. Wishes for you and this person are coming true in October. So any goals that you guys could have been heavily focused on, you guys could be also hitting some type of checkpoint where you're getting the reward for the actions that you took towards that manifestation. So a lot of wishes are coming true for both of you, which is really nice. All right. Also, good health. So you and this person as well could be getting healthier, maybe changing your diet or working out more, or just indulging in more healthier activities and routines. So it kind of allows for both of you guys to get a little bit healthier. I feel like both of you are losing weight, or you guys could look more youthful in your face, like not tired all the time, not worn out, feeling very vibrant. So that's a really nice omen as well. That health, if there's been any health issues that one of you were dealing with very strongly, I feel like you could be getting that resolved or finding your remedy in October, okay? Also talks about balance. So there's a really good exchange of give and take between you and this person. And also could talk about a birth of a daughter. So some of you guys, if you are pregnant or if your spouse or partner is pregnant, there's a good chance that your child could be a baby girl, okay? So there could be a birth of a daughter that could be very significant. All right, so let's talk about you, Sag, of course. So you're coming out as the Knight of Swords in October. With that Knight of Swords, this is like saving a situation. You could feel like this connection is worth saving. We did see the stabbed in the back card just a few minutes ago. So even though this person could have betrayed you, or maybe they felt betrayed by you, I don't know which way it goes, you could still feel like even moving past that, this is still worth saving. This is still worth giving to, committing to. So you could be really trying hard to put in the effort to save the connection. I also get this energy that maybe you had a little bit of disdain, or you weren't really energized to saving the connection before. You could have cared less in the past. Maybe when this just happened, that betrayal just happened, you could have felt like, you know what, if it goes off into the wayside, then that's what it's meant to be. I don't really care. So you're coming out of this I don't care attitude to actually caring about the future and longevity of this connection. Maybe your trust is being restored in this person, okay? The Knight of Swords also is seizing an opportunity. So if this feels like a really strong soulmate, and if this feels like the universe brought you and this person together for a specific purpose, if this feels like generational curses being overthrown and, you know, being able to unlock a new potential, I feel like you're seeing the weight or the gravity of this connection, and you're wanting to seize the opportunity to get things back together, you know, to re-solidify your marriage, re-solidify your relationship. All right, so you definitely are putting in more of an effort this day, and you're making some very swift actions to make things better. You're showing that you care. And I feel like this could have been really difficult for you, because you and this person did have the King of Swords. So there was a lot of like nonchalant energy going on in the past. Maybe you guys had a hard time expressing your emotions. You guys could have felt very detached from each other. So I feel like now showing that you care is going to mean the world to this person that you're in a relationship with. They're going to feel very loved, okay? All right. You also have the Star card here, which is really nice. All right. So what I feel like with the star can usually talk about like something that seems impossible, and it's a wish that comes true for you. It could be when you're down and out and when you're in troubling times and no one is very optimistic that you're going to be able to have the light at the end of the tunnel. It's having that faith that you will, and so it is done. So therefore it will be. So I feel like your faith, even when this was going to hell, is really helping to restore the connection in some way. There's a rejuvenation or a fresh start that you and this person will be having. And this could be your main goal. You just want to start fresh. You want to clear everything out. You want to put everything on the table so that you guys can move forward and feel confident about where this is headed. All right, so the Star card talks about wishes that do come true, having a lot of peace in your connection, feeling like a miracle or a big blessing is coming towards your connection. All right, dreams coming true. Also feeling very blessed in your relationship, feeling hopeful about your future, falling in love again. So re-falling in love. I do feel like that's important, because when you're in long-term relationships, you're going to have some years, some months where you're maybe not feeling completely in love like you were in the beginning, but finding that avenue to fall back in love is going to be key. So you are finding that in October. Also, nighttime, there's a lot of like energy at night for you and this person. I know what you're thinking. It could be that, but it also could be like staying up at night and just talking in the bed, staying up watching Netflix late at night, being on the phone late at night, especially if someone works night shift, okay? So there's a lot of night energy. Maybe a lot of dates are planned for the very late evening. So nighttime is where you and this person come alive and where you guys can really have that bond. All right. Also, inspiration is a big thing with the star. You are looking like a big inspiration to who you're being with. You may be, you know, I did a reading for you which talks about how you're having shocking progress in October. And so I feel like you're inspiring your partner to also go after their dreams or to really hone in on their goals, because you're kind of like showing people how it can be done in real timing. Okay, so definitely your partner is looking at you as an inspiration. I also feel like you see your person as an inspiration as well. Maybe this person has certain strengths that could be your weaknesses, and you look at them and see how they kind of push through life, and that also makes you want to revise your weaknesses, work on your weaknesses to make them strengths. Okay. All right, so that is for you. Let's talk about your person here. All right, so your person is the Seven of Swords. There is something very mysterious about your person in October where you can't quite put your finger on their intentions or their actions, okay? Everything that they could be doing seem very odd. And I feel like it's not anything sneaky. I don't feel like this person is cheating or doing anything that is going to betray you again. But I do get that this person did have past history of cheating with the Seven of Swords, okay? So it's the Seven of Swords is like someone who steals from a store and gets locked up, you're not going to want to have this person around your belongings because you're going to judge them based off the past. So I do feel like with the Seven of Swords coming out, even though I don't feel the energy of this person doing anything malicious or deceitful in October, there is still that doubt in your mind because they have done this in the past. They have cheated in the past. They have been on a dating sites in the past or whatever. All right. So that's what I'm seeing here with the Seven of Swords. This person is also could be sneaking around trying to do something for the connection. So they could be trying to surprise you in October as well, but it's coming off very sneaky and unusual, is what I'm seeing. All right. Also, this person's going to have a big creative spark of energy in October. This person could tell you that they want to do photography or they're really into graphic design, like all of a sudden. They could be into making crafts, making art. They could really get into cooking all of a sudden. This person could want to do content creation or streaming all of a sudden. They may really start posting a lot on TikTok all of a sudden or Instagram, making content. And it may also be unusual for you because maybe you haven't seen this person's creative side in a long time or ever. Maybe you just don't even resonate that this person even has a big creative side. But it's coming out in October. Something is shining a light on this where this person's going to feel very expressive to really indulge in their creativity, and it makes them happy. Okay, so it's a healthy habit here. I feel like it's a really good interest to have. There's nothing wrong with that. Hmm. Also, too, I am seeing like this person is going to enjoy their solitude in October. Okay, this could be very healing for them. Maybe they work in a very chaotic environment or their family could be very chaotic. There's something about like almost Four of Swords energy, like do not disturb, because they could be trying to calm themselves, like their mind, all right? Or they could have a lot of worries or anxieties, maybe about finances. So it's almost like this person is isolating themselves a little bit, but I don't see this being long term. I feel like this is an October thing, and in November, they'll be back to normal, okay? But they just need this little mental peace, all right? So I do see that. So if you're wondering, like, if your person all of a sudden has their phone on Do Not Disturb, it's not really something that they thought about or that they're trying to be sneaky. It's more so what brings them peace, not having 100 notifications hit their phone. They're finding really delight in their alone time, okay? And I don't feel like it has anything to do with you. It's more so anything that is a very chaotic environment for them. So, also being in Q4 for career, I'm pretty sure that people are being worked really hard right now. And so maybe that is something that brings them a little bit of solace from their crazy work environment, or maybe with family or maybe friends, but they do enjoy their solitude, okay? All right, so we have Moose here, all right? So this person could be a little imposing in October. They definitely are coming off very powerful. So powerful manifester or powerful in willpower and taking action. They also are going to have more of an independent energy. And what's interesting too, I didn't even read this. The Moose card says time alone. So yes, this person is wanting a lot of time alone. All right. Attitude is everything. So again, if you do get smart with this person or you give them a little bit of attitude, maybe because of lack of attention, this person is not going to deal with that. They're trying to come out of like any chaos, so they can't deal with it. It's like, it's not like they're not gonna deal with it. It's like, I can't mentally deal with this. It's bringing my mood down. Okay, so pay attention to that. This person could come off very calm, cool, and collected, very confident this month of October. And solidarity, which is important because you need to have solidarity in your relationship for it to work. You guys have to be on the same page. Maybe not all the time, but most of the time, 80% of the time, that's how you have a successful connection. So this person will be in solidarity with you, even if they're coming off mysterious and you don't really know what they're thinking. Most of the time in October, they're on your side. Okay, so that's nice to see. All right, the mutual energy between you two is the Page of Pentacles. So both of you are feeling like this connection is pretty risky. I also feel this energy too when it comes to the Page of Pentacles. It's usually like someone who doesn't have examples in their life. So If you guys are working on your connection and you really want this to be fruitful, you may have struggled to see in your life, like your surroundings, through your friends, through your family, healthy relationships, okay? And so there's almost like this risk here, like, I want to do this, but will this break me because I care about this person so much? I love them so much. I just want us to get it right, but it feels kind of scary, okay? So I definitely get that with the Page of Pentacles. Also, too, in the beginning of October, it feels like both of you are kind of like respecting each other's boundaries or respecting each other's space, to where if you do have the spark of energy to give more to this person or really want to give them a lot of attention or effort, you kind of hold back and watch and see what the other person does first. Okay. And they also could be doing this to you as well. That's that Page of Pentacles. It's like, before I spend, let me see what I'm getting out of it. Okay. So there's a very cautious attitude in your approach to each other. There's a lot of nervousness. There's a lot riding on if this is going to work. And I feel like it is going to work. Okay. We also have Church here. So you and this person could be really devoting yourselves to divine, to your spirit guides, to your angels, to God. Also, maybe going to church or going to some type of religious place to worship. That could be really big for you guys. All right. Also, principle. So there could be like rules that you guys are setting, ground rules that you're setting for your relationship, for the success of your relationship. Everybody knows what everyone expects. So that way, if there's any mistakes in the future, we've explained it. We clearly talked and expressed ourselves. So there should be no reason for any miscommunication or misunderstandings. All right. Also, family values. So this is October, but November is coming up for, anyone who does celebrate Thanksgiving and the holidays like Christmas even. And you and this person could be making plans to spend time with each other's families, trying to show effort to each other's families, okay? I don't know if there's been drama with family in the past, but I do see a big effort of showing up and being present within each other's families, all right? So I do see that. Also, talking about marriage, or maybe talking about how you guys can ground your marriage, and also belief systems. So I almost feel like there's going to be conversations and topics about politics and how to raise your child, and where to live, and how do you save money, and what do you feel like is you want to spend your money on? What's your 5-year plan? What are your future goals? There's lots of really strong conversations about that. There's nothing to worry about that, because like we said with the Moose card, your person will be in solidarity with you. So you will find that by retouching base on these topics, that this person sees eye to eye with you on a lot of things. Very compatible, okay? All right. And also too, collective energy. So when it comes to you and this person and maybe any issues that you guys have went through, or how you guys are really trying to put in a deep effort and wanting to move to the next phase, you can find that within your community or within your friend groups, that people are going through the same thing. So if you ever felt like, man, I can't get it together, my person can't get it together, our relationship just looks crazy, you're not alone. The collective is going through similar things, okay? So that should shed light and also make you feel a little bit less critical about your relationship. All right. You and this person also could be doing some traditions. So, creating traditions for your future that you will follow every year, and also programming. So, programming is just instilling values and instilling like your beliefs around this connection and where it can go. So there could be a deep programming about boundaries, setting rules and principles, really trying to make sure that you guys see eye to eye, not just in October, but for the future to come, okay? All right, let's clarify these cards and see what's going on here. Tell me about Sagittarius with the Knight of Swords. So it looks really good, Sag, okay? This looks really, really good for you and your person, for those of you who are married or in strong relationships. All right, tell me about Sagittarius with the Knight of Swords. What can you tell me about Sagittarius with the Knight of Swords? And the role that they'll be playing in their connection during this time. How cute. Okay, I'm going to show you in a second. Okay. Anything else? All right. All right. So in October, you will be the beta Sagittarius. So you'll be friendly towards this person. You'll be very helpful with them, okay? Because this person does see you as an inspiration. So any questions that they may have, any way that they may need you to be reliable for them or help them through situations, you're going to be very helpful in a lot of ways. You could find yourself being helpful with this person's confidence, like reinstilling confidence in them, telling them that they can do certain things. Also helping them maybe with their material world. So, like maybe helping them, if they're having car troubles, you're lending your car, no problem. Or you may give them a little bit of money so that they could get groceries, or you could be helping them with resources or just even contacts, okay? So you're helping this person in a very friendly way with the kindness of your heart. You're also being non-confrontational. So even if you do feel with the Seven of Swords that this person has a little bit of a sneaky vibe or very mysterious, you can't really read the room about them too well, you're not going to confront them about it, okay? You're not going to bring any drama their way. And also, the last thing says reliable. So, again, you're showing this person that you can be reliable, that they can count on you if they're in need, that you are a true friend and a true partner. You're here to help them. And I feel like the reason that you also could be this way is because this person has been super reliable to you in your life. They could have helped you in a time that you were going through some things as well. So you're just returning the favor. Also, we have access. Okay, so you are giving this person more access to you. You could be talking a lot about your past. You could be bringing up things from your childhood, opening up a little bit more about maybe the positive things and maybe the not so positive things that you went through in your life. You could be sharing secrets with them. You could be letting them know about how you feel emotionally, being very emotionally open. You could be giving them access, maybe even sexually, if the sex life was kind of like turning cold. Now you may feel more ready to have that deep level of intimacy with them and giving them that. All right, so you're unlocking some doors where you could have had a wall up. I feel like your wall is coming down with whoever this is. This is interesting. So for you, you got the Sagittarius card to come out. All right, so really quickly, this just talks about you being a true Sagittarius in this connection. You're not changing yourself, you're just being truly who you are. All right, so very optimistic. You're still freedom loving, so you still like your alone time as well. Jovial and good humored, honest and straightforward, intellectual and philosophical. Okay, so there's that. Also, if you dealt with any irresponsibility in the past, I feel like you're really getting your shit together and you're coming off as super reliable to this person. This person feels like you really got their back. They don't have to question it. Okay, so I don't know if that was an issue in the past or if you struggled with responsibility in the past, but you have it down packed in today's time. All right, and last but not least, we have the liar card, okay? So you could feel like this person has been a big liar in the past towards you, and it could be bringing up some trust issues that you have towards this person. But it also shows how calm you are with this energy because you're not allowing it to make you confront them in any way. That Seven of Swords can be very deceptive, and even if you kind of feel like something weird could be going on or it feels very unusual, all the alone time that they're spending, you're not going to confront them about it. You're kind of like not feeding into your trust issues. You could be really trying to reestablish trust within the connection. Tell me about Sagittarius. The Sagittariuses in relationships and marriages with this Knight of Swords. What can you tell me for Sag? Temperance. All right. So you're going to show a great level of patience with this person. You know, if they're not getting something right away, or if they are spending a lot of alone time together, maybe they're giving you a lack of attention in October. I feel like you're going to be very patient. You're not going to come off as a spoiled brat, all right? Or you're just kind of giving them time to kind of readjust and get back to their normal selves. So you're having a great level of patience with them. Also, Temperance talks about being very balanced. So again, you're showing up for this person in big ways. You're showing them that this connection is 50-50 in energy, basically. And Temperance also talks about doing things in moderation. So you could find a great level of independence that both of you guys have towards each other. Being connected, being in a relationship, getting things into a better place, but still having your independence, not falling into codependency with that Temperance. You also could have great things happening for you outside of the relationship that will keep you busy, you know? So it is what it is. All right, Two of Cups is here. You could be having this big realization that this person is a very strong soulmate, that this is like almost like a once in a lifetime type of love. And I feel like that's why you're in that Knight of Swords of wanting to save the situation, because in the past, you could have felt like this relationship wasn't worth it. You know, maybe you want to call it quits. Maybe you want to see what else was out there. But in October, you're having this download from your spirit guides that this connection really is very purposeful. There's a lot of things that will unfold between you and this person once you guys are able to overcome this chapter with the world, or overcome this lesson that you guys could be going through. Okay, so this is going to be a very happy, very loving, and tight knit connection for you. Anything else for Sag? Nine of Pentacles, again, just really staying firm in your independence. You could be very financially free or financially independent from this person. Being in a relationship, even living together, but you're finding a lot of happiness and fulfillment and maybe like paying your own bills, or, you know, just having your own savings, your own money. So that's amazing. You also could be bringing a very elegant and regal and luxurious vibe to the connection. So whether that is like maybe giving this person advice on clothing, or buying them some new clothes, you know, or this is how you decorate your home, the furnishings that you want for this new home, very elevated and very regal, okay? Almost like queen or king-like energy. So you're kind of showing this person how to boss up when it comes to their aesthetics, design, or what they have an eye for. You're showing them very unique, elevated experiences. You may be recommending some really nice restaurants for dates, or nice experiences for dates. Maybe what they wear, like I said, or even how they treat themselves, the self-love. I feel like your self-love is very regal, like very queen-like. Your rituals can be very elevated, and you're showing this person how to give that same care to themselves. All right, let's talk about your person with the Seven of Swords and the Moose card. What can you tell me about Saggy's spouse or partner in October with the Seven of Swords? And I think it's important to say to you again, Sag, you're going to feel like this person and you are on the same page in October. It's going to feel really nice. Oh, wow. Look, we have the Lovers coming out. Okay, so this person is not going to be cheating or doing anything deceptive. With that Lovers, this talks about making decisions for your highest good, but also your partner's highest good. So anything that this person is doing when you're away, you can rest self-assured that they're doing things that will only elevate the relationship and not tear it down. All right, so that's the Lovers, just making very healthy, wise decisions that do not put the relationship in jeopardy. So all of that alone time, they're really just in their creative bag, or just doing positive things for themselves. Nothing less than that, okay? All right, what else can you tell me about Saggies? Oh, I forgot to pull these cards. Okay, before we even give them all these good praises, let's see what comes out for your person here, all right? Tell me about Sagittarius's spouse or partner. Why did I put that card back in the deck? Okay. This is very telling. All right. Whew. Okay. All right, this person is seeing you as a role model. Okay, so you definitely are a big inspiration for this person in October. They're seeing you as somewhat of a role model here. All right. And then also we have this card here. So this person could be thinking about their children or creating children with you. They are very much in a creative energy or spirits. And they're thinking about future investments as well. So it could be thinking about their career, their business, finances, what to invest in to make sure that my family is going to be secured for generations to come. All right. So this person could be thinking a lot about that. All right, so I put this card back in the deck and it came out again. So this person could think that you're a liar. They could have trust issues with you. But what's interesting about this is the projection card. So is it the truth that they feel like you're a liar, or are they projecting on you? Okay, so maybe this person's calling you out and saying, oh, you lied, you did this, but they also could be talking to themselves. Okay, so I do see that. I did talk about that maybe this person is trying to do something to surprise you. So we do have the gift card here, the reward card, incentive, and present. Okay, so this person is going to be giving you something very special in the month of October to show you their love for you. This person may also struggle with taking accountability, as I'm seeing the projection card. So maybe that's something that I don't feel like they're going to master that in October, because October is more so this person being in their bubble and trying to heal or calm themselves down from chaotic energy. So maybe in November or December, this is when they start to tackle any issues that they have around taking accountability. Okay. All right, let's get some more messages for this person. Tell me more. Oh, wow. We have the Ten of Cups. So this just talks about how much this person loves you. They love you to the moon and back. They love you to infinity. This person loves you big time, okay? With that Ten of Cups too, they could be thinking about the family that they have with you, and so making sure it's a very strong foundation for your family or the future family that you guys will have together. Someone also could be thinking about a party or a wedding, okay, or even a baby shower to celebrate some type of, um, checkpoint or achievement within the relationship. All right, so family is a big thing for this person. They could really want to work on their relationship with their children and, excuse me, and with you, or work on the outside family relationship as well, getting closer together, and also maybe even establishing a family with you if you guys are expecting, or if that's something that's going to happen in the future. This person also with the Ten of Cups has a lot of wishes for you and them. So they have a lot of wishes about where you guys will settle, like where you guys will live, the type of house that you guys will live in, what your day to day will look like. Will you guys have some businesses, some investments? Will you guys be happy in your career? What it will look like for your children, what you can provide for your children, what it looks like with the outside relationships with your family. They're dreaming big about this, okay? All right, one more card for Sagi's spouse or partner. We have the Hangman. All right, so this person has a lot of dreams, but they may feel like right now they're having a hard time executing them. It could be because they have their sights set on a certain path and a certain way to do this. And the universe is full of surprises and may want this person to have more variety or open your eyes to other options. The way that you think that this is going to happen may not happen that way at all. Could happen a completely different way. So I feel like this person has a hard time from setting their sights on something new or opening their horizons in some way with that Hangman. I also see a big stubbornness coming from your person in October, okay? So you could be also trying to help them in a friendly way, get them to see the other side of things, and they're just not budging. And again, like I said, in October, I don't feel like this is something that they have the ability to change. It almost feels like they need that October to sit in their pity party, to decompress, to have that do not disturb energy, to come out of that in maybe November and then take action, see things a different way. They're not done getting their downloads from the universe that kind of turn that light bulb off in their brain, okay? This person has a lot of worries about financial security, especially for the future. They really have big dreams of like changing generational wealth, okay? And I feel like this person puts themselves into a lot of anxieties, fears, and paranoia if this could actually happen. I feel like this is destined for your person to be able to make such a big change within this generation and for generations to come, but they have to step out of fear. And again, I don't see that happening in October, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about the mutual energy between you two. Again, you guys have the Page of Pentacles and the Church card, all right? So let's see what's going on with that. Tell me about that for Sag and their partner. What is the Page of Pentacles and what is the Church card doing here? Tell me more about that. There's fear of abandonment. Okay, so I feel like the last time that you guys went through a really tough time, maybe someone was cheating, maybe there were some really bad arguments, maybe there were financial issues. It almost felt like one of you was going to leave and not look back. And that put the other person in this deep sense of feeling abandoned. Okay, so this could be your person. They could feel very abandoned by you from something that happened in the past. And it's a fear of theirs about could this happen again in the future. Now, we do know that certain themes had to come into play for you to get up and leave, right? So, one of those themes could have been cheating, with the third wheel being here. There definitely could have been a third party that could have been really hard to get rid of or just caused a lot of issues and chaos between you two. And so it kind of makes this person feel like it's risky to move forward. I also feel like this person has fears about being committed or having self control. So that's a big thing. It's like, can I even trust myself to not do this again? I feel like the Holy Father, God, divine, is definitely really has a heavy eye on you too. There's something very purposeful and destined about this connection. And this is almost like the reassurance with the Church card that this is going to work out, and that whoever's having these fears is just living in doubt, but it's not reality, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the Page of Pentacles. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles for the mutual energy between Sag and their partner in the month of October. Wow. Okay, this is some really big cards. So I do feel like in the month of October, whoever the more masculine energy is going to get out of their head and they're going to open up in a big way emotionally. This person by the end of October could be, expressing themselves and their love for you very deeply. They're going to show a very genuine change of heart. They're going to be very nurturing and very like caring towards their partner. All right. So I definitely see that there's a lot of love coming from this masculine once they're able to get out of their head by the end of October. All right, we also have the Fool here. So this is really crazy because this talks about some very intense changes. You guys are almost like at the starting point of this new chapter, this new life that you guys will be living. With that Fool comes some new interests, some new hobbies. As you can see, your person's getting really creative. If you have a big creative side, Sagittarius, which I know that you do, this is going to open up new doors for you and this person to bond on a very strong level. With that Fool, I always feel like this is like having a new favorite food, new favorite color, new sense of style, new places and environments that you tend to frequent or hang out at, new friends coming into your life, new 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 things that you incorporate into your daily routine. So both of you are changing quite a bit and could be feeding off of each other to change your identity or change, your habits, your behaviors to start this brand new life. So the relationship is definitely not going to look like what it did in the past. Everything feels new and fresh. It's almost like you met a new person and it's mutual. Like this person could feel like they met a new person, they're dating a completely different person, and you're going to feel that way towards your partner. So this is a really great energy. If you feel like the energy from the past is dead and gone and you just need some newness in this relationship, I feel like this is a good omen. We have the moon here, so anything that has been hidden or a secret between you and this person, I feel like it could be weighing really heavy in October and it needs to come out. This doesn't have to be about anything that you or this person did, but it could be. So, again, with that infidelity, maybe in the past, that there was infidelity, but you don't know all the dirty details. I feel like it's going to be weighing heavy on whoever committed that crime. And they're going to expose themselves. They're going to say it all. I mean, they're not under scrutiny for that anymore, but they're going to feel safe and they're going to want to do the right thing by exposing maybe the dirty details, what you did not know. Let me just come clean. Also, with the moon, there could be heavy burdens of keeping maybe parts of your life a secret. So, if someone had some very taboo things happening in the past, or if there was a lot of trauma within family or childhood, I feel like those secrets are coming to surface as well. Also, you in October, you can find a very deep, soulful, and mysterious way that you're loving this person. It almost feels like this love creeps up on you, almost like smoke or incense. It's like love is in the air and it's creeping in around you, it's surrounding you, it's suffocating you, how deep your love goes for this person. And it's the same for them. So, again, falling deeply, madly in love with each other all over again with that moon. And any insecurities that have been playing a role in this connection, I feel like that also will be expressed and cleared out. Okay. And last but not least, we have the Hierophant here, which I love to see. So this talks about your relationship moving on to the next phase. There's a deep religious or spiritual theme surrounding you and your person in October. You guys could really relate to each other and open up to each other through spirituality, religion, or both. Okay. There's also a lot to be learned from each other. So I see that you're going to be more of the teacher in October, but I also feel like there's things that you could have learned from this person and you're going to put into practice. Good things. All right. So that's the Hierophant. Hierophant is all about principles. So again, laying down some ground rules that you expect and what they expect from you, and having solidarity about it, like being on the same page, feeling like, okay, we can do this and moving forward. So this is really nice. So in October, you can expect a complete refresh between you and this person. I feel like you and this person will get things together. There's also like redefining the purpose behind this connection and living in that truth. I want to get some last words and then we're going to move on to situationships, okay? So, all right, tell me about those Saggies who are in deep commitments, relationships, or even marriages. Are there any last words that are significant to this specific connection for my Saggies? Anything that they need to know, anything that needs to come out, anything that they can think about? One second, guys. Ooh. Okay, anything else? All right. Bottom of the deck, we have October. So shout out to October because this is confirmation for your reading. Also, you could be dealing with a Libra or a Scorpio, or maybe there are some Libra or Scorpio placements in your lover's chart that could really be pushing how they're acting right now, okay? All right, we have drunk texting you. Now, I feel like your person's going to be in solitude for some time. So, this could be one of those things where you haven't heard from them all day. You've been wondering what they've been up to. But with that Page of Pentacles, you're not going to text first, okay? And then late at night, they drunk text you. And it's like, what have you been doing? Like, are you drinking your life away? What's going on with you, okay? So, there's some drunk text coming through. All right. We also, August could have been very significant for you and this person. Look out for a Leo or Virgo or someone with Leo or Virgo placements. All right. We have tired of the drama. I'm pretty sure you're tired of the drama, but I feel like for your person, more so, they're very tired of the drama. This could be why they're in retreat mode right now of just kind of being in their lonesome. And that's not just with you, but that's also with everybody in their life. There could be a lot of chaos going on right now, okay? So they just really want to be on the same page with you and not fight anymore. All right, we have Untouchable, and shout out to this card because I feel like this is the card. Hold on. If I can find. Where is it? There we go. I feel like the reason that this connection is so protected and untouchable is because you guys have the divine creator on your side. Okay, so you have special eyes watching over this connection. There's a lot of purpose here for your generations. And it's very strong. I mean, we could go on and on about this, but I feel like this is why your connection is so untouchable, that it's surviving through any challenges that you guys have had because it's going places. This is a very significant connection. All right. We have not letting you go. So this person doesn't want to break up. They don't want a divorce. They want to figure things out. All right. We also have not attracted at first. So maybe when you first met this person, they weren't your type. Or maybe when they first met you, you weren't their type. Maybe they're used to dating. I'm getting like someone's used to dating a certain cookie cutter type of person. So maybe someone only dates Latinos or Latinas. Maybe someone only dates, a certain skin complexion. I know that's icky, but it's true. This is what people do. I mean, this is life. Maybe someone only dates, certain people, certain looks, and you came into their life and, it changed, or maybe this changed for you if you weren't attracted to this person at first. So someone wasn't attracted at first, but now they're all up that person's ass, okay? All right, refund coming through. So we talked about some blessings that you and this person will receive. You both could be getting some type of significant refund, all right? We have I miss you. Look out for a Cancer or Cancer placements. We have big sexual energy coming out, and this already came out for your October energy. So there's definitely going to be some big sexual energy. Could be some wig sliding. Okay, these coincide very much. If you don't understand how these coincide, then just think about it a little bit more. All right, so that's what I have for my Sagittariuses who are married or in deep, solid commitments. I hope that this helped and gave you some insight for your October with this person, what you can look out for. Make sure that you guys like the video. Comment down below. Let me know your story. I would love to read. And subscribe to my channel for your next reading coming out very soon. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye. Hi, Sag. All right, so this is for my Saggies who are in situationships. We're going to see what you can expect from that situationship in the month of October. If you're not sure what that means, because I know some of you guys may be curious, maybe never heard that word before, let's look up the definition really quickly. And then you can tell if this fits your scenario, and then you'll know that this is your reading. Okay, just give me 1 second. All right, so a situationship is a connection that's more than a friendship, but not quite a defined relationship. It has emotional or physical intimacy, but no clear commitment, title, or direction. It often feels like dating, but without the structure or stability of a partnership. All right, a situationship is a romantic or sexual bond without labels or long term clarity. You might text, go on dates, or act like a couple, but when asked, what are we, there's hesitation, avoidance, or we're just going with the flow type of attitude. Signs that you're in a situationship: things feel emotionally or physically close, but they're undefined. There's inconsistency, like hot and cold behavior, and unclear communication. Future plans are vague or non committal. You care about each other deeply, but no exclusivity or titles. You might feel emotionally invested, but unsure where you stand. Conversations about the relationship are often avoided or dismissed. All right, situationships can be exciting and freeing, but also confusing or draining if one person wants more commitment than the other. They often teach lessons about boundaries, self worth, and emotional clarity. Energetically, a situationship can be a mirror, showing where you still crave validation, avoid vulnerability, or settle for potential instead of reciprocity. The healing comes from recognizing your own value and standards. Okay, so there is that. To cut out any confusion for some of you who are curious. But yes, let's talk about the themes surrounding this situationship for you, Sag. I can't talk. Let's talk about the themes surrounding this situationship for you, Sag, if you're going through one or if you're dealing with one, and what you can expect in October between you and this person. So give me some messages for my Saggies that are in situationships. All right. Okay, so we have the hammer here on the bottom of the deck. So in the past, between you and this person, you feel like they always self-sabotage the connection. I'm getting moments of like vitality and great energy between you two, bonding very strongly, feeling like, okay, we're going to finally move forward. And then some type of action of self-sabotage happens that kind of sets you guys back. So in the past, there was a lot of sabotage. It felt like you guys were rebuilding, but not getting anywhere. Okay, there could have been some type of interrogation energy where you're like questioning this person to get answers out of them because otherwise they're not really fully expressive. It felt like things were repeating themselves or going in cycles. All right, you could have been very persistent about this, but it just felt like it wasn't unfolding in the right way. Okay, but I do feel like from the past, this person has showed you that they're trying to work on themselves to be right for you, to get it together. It could be really hard for this person, blah, 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 right? All right, so the cards coming out for the themes of October between you and this person, we have the Mask card here, we have Love Call, and we have Self Indulgence, okay? So with the Mask card, this talks about not showing your true feelings, hiding or personifying, pretending, deluding, and gaslighting. It's really hard to get a read on this person, and because you may be mirroring them, you're also kind of giving them the same confusion back. You're kind of playing your cards close to your chest. You're not showing them how they make you feel, what you want from this anymore. You also could feel like, I've already said this. I've told you so many times. If you don't get it, I can't help you, okay? So it's almost like you are a uncommitted tutor. You think about a tutor that's trying to help like a student really grasp a certain concept, and they put a lot of energy and they'll repeat the process over and over until they get it. You're kind of like undedicated. You're like, I told you once, I told you twice. If you don't get it, it's not for you. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Now we have Love Call here. So this person acts very nonchalant about you, but I see that they're going to be calling you crazily in October. They're going to be reaching out so much. If you check your call history at the end of October, you will see how much this person reached out, like obsessively, okay? So this is someone expressing love. This person, a message of love could be coming through. They're always thinking of you and they always want you to know. So it almost feels like it's February and October for you and this person where they're just showing you so much love. Now, a big reason that this person could be doing the most or putting in a little bit more effort with communication is because you are in a period of self indulgence. So you could be really focusing on yourself right now. You're gaining a better sense of self worth. You could be healing, maybe from past things that have hurt you. You could be doing a lot of shadow work, like digging deep or facing your trauma. And you have a greater level of self appreciation. So you could be very self involved or self indulgent. And this person may not be used to you giving so much energy to yourself and leaving them with just a little bit. So I feel like this is why this person could be chasing you in October for sure. All right, so let's get both of your energies in October, what you can expect from that. All right, let's see. All right, tell me about Sag. What's Saggy's energy in this situationship in October? All right, and what is their significant person that's in this situationship? What is their energy towards Sag in October? And what is the mutual energy between Sag and this person in October? All right, 1 second, guys. Let me just clarify really quickly. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the cross. Okay, so cross talks about difficult times that you get through spirituality or through your religion. So this connection could have been very taxing on you and maybe taxing on this person too. And I see that you guys could really be leaning into your spirituality to find sense in this. Like, if you're still dealing with it, what's the sense of this? Is this a divine connection? Is this my soulmate? Really trying to figure that out and leaning into God, the universe, or just your natural spirituality. So this talks about destiny. It feels like this connection is very destined to happen or to unfold into a beautiful way. Like, all that you've been through is not in vain, okay? It talks about also divine guidance. So if you are into divination, if you do use oracle or tarot cards, or if you gotten any readings, you have been getting a lot of signs that the outcome is going to be worth waiting for. This could even be mental downloads. You just kind of feel it in your spirit, okay? This talks about trial and error. So you guys have been through the ringer, and in this new chapter or in this new beginning, you're really just not wanting to make those same mistakes again, and you don't want this person to make mistakes that hurt you as well. All right, it talks about emotional loss. Also necessities. So this connection could feel like a necessity. Almost feels like devil energy, like it has a hold on you, like you need to have this person in your life and they need to have you in their life. So there's a great level of codependence that you guys have towards each other. All right, so and also you could be waiting on fate to do its thing to help move this connection along, and I do feel like you're right on the money with that this is actually going to happen for you. All right, now, for you, Sag, you're coming out as the lovers. So you're in the best interest of yourself, first and foremost, but you're also in the best interest of this person. You're not wishing them any harm. You're not wishing for any karma to come their way. You're just wanting them to get it together. And any actions that you take outside of this connection, it will not harm your person. So you take a great level of care and respect towards this connection and what it means to you. All right, so you just want healthier options. You're not wanting to be in the toxic relationship or environment, you really just want this person to see the same things that you see for the future and act accordingly. What I think is so amazing about this lovers card too, there's like a gypsy. I love gypsy culture. Okay, so anyway, I just came back from Mykonos and Santorini in Greece, so this was like a big theme there. But anyway, sorry. Um, with that gypsy energy or the tarot reader or the psychic, I don't know if you may be taking this person to a psychic or a tarot reader, or maybe you're going to be reading for them. Maybe you do a lot of divination for them unknowingly. Like maybe you don't have this person sitting in front of you with your cards, but you have done a lot of readings about their future. Not just the future of this relationship, but if they're going to be okay, if they're going to be good. If they ever open up to you about their finances, financial troubles, or family troubles, or maybe insecurities, you've definitely tried to search to see maybe what their outcome is going to be and also how you could help them. So I think that was really nice. Now, I do feel like this person does rely on you for readings or to tell their future of some sort. This person could love to call you in October and tell you to flip an oracle for them or flip a tarot card for them and ask you, what does that mean? So there is a great level of spirituality that you and this person will share an interest in. You also have the church here as well. So again, getting really strong on your spirituality and also religion, and using that to cleanse yourself, using that to empower yourself, using that to have faith in this connection. You also are big on principles this month of October, so you could be setting some ground rules if this person wants to be in your life. It's like, okay, if you're not ready for commitment, whatever, you have issues, but let me tell you what you're not going to do while you're trying to figure it out. And you're just laying these ground rules down so that this person doesn't ruin things again, okay? Or whatever. Both, maybe you're setting ground rules for yourself so that you're not over giving to the situation. You're always giving to yourself first and foremost. Family. There's a big talk of family. I don't know if you and this person talk about having children, okay? Which sounds crazy because it's like, where's the commitment first, right? But I do feel like this person likes to talk to you about children. They could see you as someone who would make a really great mother or father. So there's a lot of like thoughts about that. Maybe now you're really thinking about marriage or structure, or maybe turning things into a more committed place. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, okay, for you most specifically. So let's go ahead and clarify and see what's going on with you. Oh, actually, no. Let's talk about this person. Now, your person, on the other hand, they are the hangman. So this person could have some stubbornness in October. It may feel like they're on a completely different page than you. They're having a hard time seeing your side of things, okay? This person could just really be stuck and not able to take a lot of action in this connection other than blowing up your phone. So yeah, that's the hangman. Just feeling like you're stuck, lack of progress. I don't know what action to take. Paralyzed by fear sometimes is the hangman as well. And it's because this person is the grasshopper, or this is what they're showing up as in October. So they're trying to take a leap of faith. They're trying to lean on their faith to just go for it. They have a more easygoing or casual attitude, which I feel like you're used to with them. But what's really, really amazing about this grasshopper coming out for your person, it talks about a sudden change in direction and not to worry about the connection, right? So I feel like this person is going to have a big change and maybe be in solidarity with you or be on the same page as you very soon. Maybe not in October, but I feel like by the end of the year, they will have a change of mind. So that's really good. This person could be moving on from things that no longer serve them. If your person had battles with certain habits or routines, or just even certain distractions that come in environments, people, they're going to be moving on from that, which will really help them to stay focused on what this connection means to them. There's also prosperity that's following this person. So if they were having financial troubles or material troubles in their material world, they're going to get that under wraps. All right. Also, they're going to have a so what type of attitude, which feels very stubborn. But I also feel like they're going to have a change where it's like, so what? Like, if I don't know what's going to happen between me and Sag, so what? I still need to act. All right. This also talks about a birth of a son. All right, so I did get a heavy pregnancy theme for you in October. So, you know, if you know, you know, okay? And also, this person could be experiencing a lot of luck. So, a lot of luck in their career, their business, their hustle, a lot of luck in their romantic connection with you, a lot of luck towards their personal goals, which can make them feel like they're having a deeper sense of faith by the end of October about their life period. Whew, so hard to talk, right? All right, the mutual energy between you and this person is the Page of Swords. You guys are going to have a deep curiosity about what it's like on the other side. What it's going to be like maybe to settle down, to have a family, to live together, to get married. There's going to be a lot of curiosity about the other side that you guys can uncover together. So I think that's really cool that you guys are both thinking about this in October separately. All right, there's also a big deal of spying on each other. So, like maybe acting very nonchalant, but checking up on each other's social media, asking questions about each other with other people, digging into each other's business, snooping around. So, there's a nonchalant vibe on both ends, but I do see you guys definitely snooping, prying, or spying on each other in October, okay? There's also something to be learned here because the Page of Swords is almost like watch and learn. So your actions could be teaching this person how to show up for you in a better way for the rest of the year. Clarifying the Page of Swords, we have the drum and we have North Star. Okay, so the drum is about self expression, being bold, taking action, being heard, and speaking your mind. So if there's things that you shied away from saying to this person, October is going to be a really good time for you to express yourself and lay down some principles, lay down some rules, set boundaries, and speak about what you want from the situation. All right, this is funny. The drum also talks about communication and negotiation. So there does seem to be a lot of talks about what the next steps are going to be for you and this person, and maybe coming to taking action towards that finally. You guys could be in a really perfect rhythm or balance with each other. There could be a lot of order, so feeling like there's no chaos, that things are going smoothly, and sending a clear message. Now, I feel like this is you sending a clear message about what you want, what you expect. But I also feel like this person's going to clearly express their love to you in the month of October, where you may not have really seen a side like that from them often. All right, with that North Star, this talks about inner guidance, inner knowing that you and this person have about your connection and how serious this could be. All right, you guys are definitely going to be getting a lot of direction from divine. So, showing you guys how you guys should move, what would be the best or most abundant for this connection. Talking about your core values as well, which shows a sign of maybe things moving into a traditional sense. All right. Also, like I said, the inner knowing, a lot of clarity around this connection, which is really good. So, not feeling confused about this connection anymore. It really feels like this is coming out of a situationship into a relationship, point blank, period. Okay. You should have a lot of certainty about this person. Finally, by the end of October, you should feel like your connection is being protected. So, like, there's no negative energy coming your way, no harm, no evil eye, and having a lot of confidence about where this is headed, feeling very confident about the person that you're going to be with. All right. So I see a lot of positive themes here. Now let's clarify all of these cards starting with you. So tell me about Sagittarius as the Lovers and Church. Maybe you should listen to that song by Mariah the Scientist. It's called Church. Or you can look up the lyrics. It could talk about you and your person. Okay. All right, tell me about the Lovers in Church for my Saggies in a situationship currently, but not for long, because I definitely see that in this reading. All right, tell me about Sagittarius and the Lovers. Ooh, wow. Okay, let me pull one more card. Oh, okay. So your spirit guides, your God, your creator, whatever you believe in, that's that higher source other than you, but also a big part of you. Your spirit guides, your light team is going to be handing you with the source card, they're going to be handing you or sourcing you some type of victory or success in this connection. So you shouldn't have any doubts about this connection in October. You should feel very confident, like the North Star card told you to be, because things are going to be a success between you and this person. Things are finally going to be working out. You guys are finally moving into the next stage. All of the right now you're getting all the paperwork figured out, literally or figuratively. But in November and December, you guys should be in a relationship. All right. So that's what's coming out for you. Let's go ahead and clarify your card here with the Lovers in the Church. Sorry if that was loud. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so you want to know about the future. What's the future going to look like between us? Do we have a future? Do we, what's going on? You want to know about that future energy. You don't want to continue to commit to this and invest in this connection if it doesn't have a very strong future, okay? Right now, too, Sag, you could be getting a lot of popularity, recognition, compliment, and favor. So this would be a great time for you to be single. But you are choosing to try to fix things and move forward with this person. So you just want to know, are you devoted? Are you 100% in? Or if not, I need to go where I'm getting all these compliments and favors from. I need to put myself back on the market because I'm on fire right now. Queen of Cups, but you cannot deny how strong of your emotions are for this person, how strongly you love them, how much you're devoted to them, how you want to nurture this connection. You can't deny your strong feelings. So even if you are getting a lot of admirers and recognition and popularity right now, and this would be a good time for you to be single, it's like no one quite makes your heart shine like this person does, okay? And that's just what it is. So you're hoping that they're committed to this change with the Six of Swords, that they're traveling through their traumas and reaching that light at the end of the tunnel to be forever changed. Let's talk about your person as the Hangman and the Grasshopper. What did the Karate Kid, wasn't he called the Grasshopper? So I feel like this is a big energy of teacher to student. Like you could be the teacher, this person's a student, but you're not cutting them slack. You're not babying them or coddling them. You're going to have to work to grasp the concept. That's kind of like your attitude. And I feel like that's the same attitude that in Karate Kid, the sensei had to his prodigy. Prodigy? Okay, whatever. All right. Tell me about the Hangman. High Priestess. Ooh, your person's really feeling the witchy vibes, okay? Like the full moon, they could really be feeling the energies from that. They could be feeling a really strong sense of intuition like never before. I feel like this person doesn't really know what to do with it. They're discovering some type of deep spirituality or their connection to spirit, okay? So with that High Priestess, this person is just really feeling like they're getting a lot of intuitive nudges to come towards you, especially with Cups energy, like love and Cups energy. It's about your dreams. It's about your intuition and your feelings. I feel like this person is feeling called to follow their intuition or their feelings towards you, okay? So there's a big energy surrounding that. Also in October with that High Priestess, they could come off very nonchalant, okay? Almost like they're playing hard to get. But we know deep down with those messages of love that are coming towards you that this person is always checking for you, always wanting to reach out, thinking about you 24/7, and also with that Page of Swords spying. So they're not as nonchalant as they try to come off as. And maybe that's that mask card that we had earlier. Hold on. This card. Maybe that's that mask, right? All right, tell me more about Sagi's person in this situationship. All right, Page of Cups. Okay, so very loyal in October towards you. I don't feel like this person's talking to anyone else. Also admiring you a lot, like really deep in their emotions. So they could feel like they are crushing on you all over again, like they met you for the first time. They could feel like they're admiring you, but trying to keep it a secret. So you could call them your secret admirer. Yeah, I just feel like this person is very sensitive to their emotions and intuition. They don't really know what to do with it, but they are trying to follow that. If you see the wishbone here, this person is trying to follow that, follow what their wishes are, or follow their intuition, their emotions towards moving forward with you. Okay. They just may not trust it initially. Four of Cups is this energy of not liking these new emotions that are emerging for them, all this intuition, spiritual shit. It's almost like this person's going to start seeing crazy angel numbers, and they're going to remember when you made like a conversation and you brought up angel numbers, and they're like trying to like hit their head like, what is this? Why am I tuning in on this divine level? Like, I don't get it. All right, it's kind of like they want to ignore the signs in October, but I do feel like by the end, by November, starting November, this person will start to stop overlooking this and actually give into it. Okay. Hmm. All right. So the mutual energy again is the Page of Swords, and we have the drum and the North Star. Let's talk about this mutual energy between you and this person in October. What can you expect with that? How you guys will both be acting. Tell me about the Page of Swords here. What can you tell me for Sagittarius in this situationship? This is messy. All right. So you guys are coming out of a guarded energy and maybe a scarcity energy, okay? So you guys could be coming out of like limiting beliefs about this connection and also being super guarded towards each other. So you're coming out of that, which is really nice. But I do see some crazy things here. So first card we have is the gossip card. There's gonna be time with your friends where you could talk crap about this person. You know how it is. Like, it's okay if I talk crap about this person because that's my person. That's my person. But if my friends talk crap about them, that's a whole different situation. So you could be opening up to your friends and kind of trash talking this person. Maybe it makes you feel better about the situation. And they also could be doing the same thing with their friends. But you guys are still very deeply committed in emotion to each other. So it's just kind of funny. We also have fear here, so there could be some doubts that pop up in October that you guys will both have. These doubts could also be pushing you guys to spy on each other, all right? And last but not least, jointly in this connection, you guys will have the energy of Taurus. All right. You could be dealing with a Taurus, by the way. So this talks about you guys both being patient and reliable to each other, warm hearted and loving towards each other, persistent and determined to see this through, placid or security loving. All right. So security loving is big because it shows that you guys, you do have this codependency, but more so it's like wanting to solidify this commitment because you guys are each other's person. There also could be a very jealous and possessive energy that you guys may have, and also a resentful or inflexible energy that you guys may struggle with. Okay, so pay attention to that. Let's clarify that Page of Swords even deeper. Tell me about the Page of Swords here. Sorry again. I don't know. Hopefully that's not loud in your ears. I apologize. All right, tell me about the Page of Swords for Sag and their person in the situationship in October. Okay. We have the Five of Wands. So I do see a lot of pettiness between both of you. There could be petty arguments over nothing at all. There could be petty trash talking each other behind each other's backs. I'm sorry. It's funny. Okay. There could be some really petty things going on that don't really threaten like the longevity of this connection, or don't, it doesn't really threaten like your connection at all. Five of Wands, I see that as like, you know, something that can be easily overcome. It's not something damaging, it's just irritating. That's just all it is. So there can be some irritable energy that you guys may have towards each other. You know, petty fights over things that don't matter, petty trash talking and gossiping about each other, but maybe to have some self, maybe to be reassured by your friends, because the situation is getting a little complicated, and you know there's a lot of emotions involved. I also see the Nine of Swords, so could be a lot in your head about this connection, and this person will be too. This could be why you guys are spying or snooping around on each other. We did see that with the Fear card, so this card and this card go hand in hand. There's also a lot of late night there's also a lot of like late night thinking of each other, so staying up late thinking of each other after hours. But this is more so like anxieties or fears around if this connection is going to work and where what it will become basically. We also have the Nine of Wands here, so there's determination. Nine of Wands is when you've been going through a tough time and you feel so weak, you feel battle ridden, where you're like, I'm so weak and I have the determination to keep going, but I feel like I'm about to give out. Okay, so something is coming to a head between you and this person, and it can be very overwhelming, but the determination is what's going to keep you guys on the same page and moving forward. So, just to recap, I feel like you are going to be making a lot of positive decisions for yourself in October, which means a lot of self love, standing firm in your self worth, maybe laying some ground rules with this person, but you're also looking out for their best interest. You don't necessarily want to jump ship, but you may be bringing it up, trying to put in your mind, if this doesn't work this time, then I need to really get out. I see that this is going to work though, okay? I feel like with your person, they could be a little stubborn right now. They could be having a hard time seeing other options, other ways to go about this connection. But what's going to be pulling them out of that is a strong spiritual sense of intuition, their emotions and feelings. They're having this, they're like falling in love with you all over again. So with that Page of Cups, it's almost like they're admiring you very strongly, but they could be hiding it. All right. And this person will try to overlook this or neglect this part of themselves in October, but it's going to come to a head by November. So they will be having a big change in direction. Jointly, I see you guys spying on each other, but I also see there's a deep curiosity about what could be next. And so you guys both want that. You guys are both very focused on this at this time. There could be a little bit of anxieties or fears or paranoia around what's going to happen, but I do feel like there's going to be a very beautiful outcome, especially with the Nine of Wands. It tells you that you're almost there. Don't give up. Okay. Let's get some last words for you and this person in this situationship. All these people in it won't let me only see with you. All right. Last words for my Saggies dealing with the situationship. Okay. Let's see what comes out for you. Give me some messages for my Saggies and the person that they are in the situationship with. Anything significant, please allow that to come out in this reading. All right, one more, maybe. All right, cool. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the highly protected card. So this union, this connection is highly protected by God or your spirit guides, your angels. So you should really feel like in October, a lot of positives. Nothing is coming to threaten the strength of this connection. All right, so that's a nice one. All right, this wanted to come out. Hold on. We have bill help here. So one of you will need help with your bills this month. And I see the other person being very reliable and wanting to be very helpful towards the other. So whether this is you, you can expect your person to shed you some dollars to cover that bill and maybe some extra on top of that. Or you could be doing this for this person, which feels very committed energy, doesn't it? I mean, I know it's so confusing, right? Kids, there could be talks about kids. How many kids do you want? Like what schools would they go to? What would you feed your children? What routine would you have? Blah blah blah. Or if this person has kids or you have kids, there could be a comfortability of bringing the kids around each other. Okay, so there could be more events and activities done with your children if you have children or if they do, which seems very committed too, right? You make me happy, which I think is a great one to come out. That's a great message. Okay. So you make this person really happy. They make you really happy, especially in October, a lot of happiness between each other. All right. We have not attracted at first. So when you met this person or when they met you, one of you was not attracted to the other at first, but in some way you guys were able to find some type of love through that. So it's interesting. But that's just coming out for, whoever that resonates for. There also could be a significant age difference between you and this person. All right, so there's that. I never met anyone like you. All right, that's nice. Not letting you go. Untouchable. Untouchable, it just goes back, if I can pick up this deck. Oops, okay. When I showed you this card, these are kind of very similar. It just talks about how this connection is untouchable and uneffable. Okay, no one can come and give harm to this. You guys are being very strongly protected by the universe. We have I'm pregnant surprise. So congratulations to anyone who may be finding out that they're pregnant this month. That is amazing. That's a blessing. And I think the grasshopper card said it could be, take this very lightly, by the way, but it said it could be a birth of a son. So that's interesting. All right. We have not my type. What? Wait, didn't I talk about this in the beginning of the reading? I just think it's crazy that these two cards want to come out. Like, what are you trying to say? Hold on. Where is it? This one. How these two cards want to come out like that? Like, hello? Like, okay, we got it the first time. You don't have to repeat yourself, but okay, we get it. Like, obviously, someone was not attracted at first and someone was not someone's usual type, but it's funny how things work out. We also have fake page. So that's that snooping energy. You could be making a fake page to snoop on this person. They could be making a fake page to snoop on you. It is what it is. Okay. And then look out for July could have been a very significant month, or maybe your person could be a Cancer or a Leo or have Cancer or Leo placements that could be really ruling them right now. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. So this is for those of you who are in situationships. I hope that this was very insightful for your energy with this person in October. Please make sure to like the video, comment down below, let me know your story, because your story could definitely resonate with another Sagittarius' story. So it'd be good to kind of like read. And subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on your next Sagittarius reading coming out very soon. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye. Hi, guys. All right, so this is for my single Sagittariuses. If you're single as a Pringle, you don't have no one, this is for you, okay? So we're going to be covering you and your next person that you're going to be with. What are some themes surrounding that connection? How they're going to be feeling towards you in the connection in that situation, how you'll be feeling or where you'll be at in your life when you meet this person. So let's start off with, hold on. Let's start off with the themes that you could be experiencing when this person comes into your life, and also what themes they could be going through as well jointly. So tell me about, why is my cards like this? Hold on one second. All right, there we go. I think we're no. Okay. Oh, hello? All right, whatever. Okay. This is throwing me off. Okay. Sorry. All right, Sag. So let's see, what themes can you expect from my single Sagittariuses when they meet this significant new lover, this person, this soulmate that's coming into their life? And also, what could their soulmate be going through when they meet Sag? Give me some messages, please. All right. Okay, so I see that the time that this person is popping up in your life, both you and them will be very happily single. All right, I see that with the girl talk or the boy talk. So, you and this person, when you guys meet or when this relationship comes into a very significant space, you guys will be spending a lot of time with your friends. You could be moving on from something or someone from the past, could be moving on from an ex. You could be happily single, living in a moment and having fun. So it's a very lighthearted energy. So you won't find that this person is coming when you are going through 4 tissue boxes, eating your bucket of ice cream, crying in your pillow. They're not coming in during that time. They're coming in when you're really moving on and you feel empowered, you feel lighthearted, and you're having a fun single life, okay? When you're feeling great, you're feeling standing firm in your independence, and you're having a good time day to day. All right, so if you are going through a very low emotional time right now, then it definitely is going to take a little bit of time. The universe really wants you to clear out that pain and heal before this person comes in. And I feel like the same standard goes for them in their lives. All right, when you meet this person, this is a very significant connection because they're showing up as your twin flame. So you guys could be yin and yang energy, very zen and balance and perfect harmony, coming into a big union, showing duality towards each other, coupling and complementing each other. So twin flame coming out shows the significance of this soulmate who's coming towards you. It's a very life-changing type of relationship, okay? And you can find that when this person comes into your life, your ex or someone from your past could be blowing your phone up. All right. So we have not today, which means that you're not dealing with someone's energy. You could still be hurt, but you're still living your best life. You're avoiding a conversation, a call, a person. You're setting boundaries, and you could still be angry with this person. So an ex could be blowing you up very significantly, and you're avoiding them. You're not trying to open that chapter up. You're completely done, which I think is a big reason why this new energy is coming towards you. The universe is seeing that you're really completely over this, okay? All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Grim Reaper. So again, this connection can be coming in when you really sit firm on this past relationship being over, not giving them a second chance, and you chose to grow and transform your life. All right, which is good. I think that's the most positive time for someone to come towards you. All right, so let's talk about you, how you'll be when you do meet this person, and how they'll be as well, and in the mutual energy. So give me a message for my single Saggies. What's their energy when they meet this person, when they come into union with this person? What's their energy here? What can they expect their energy to be like, or their life to be like? Tell me about Sag, my single Saggies. All right, and tell me about my single Saggies soulmate, this twin flame that's coming towards them. What energy will they be in when they come into union with Sagittarius? Okay, and then what's the mutual energy between these two when they come into union? Okay. All right, and then let me clarify these cards as well. right, what about this person? Oh, tell me about this person right here. All right, tell me about mutually. All right. Wait, one more card for mutual energy. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Tracks card. All right, so this talks about you and this person going steady, forward movement between you two. All right, going the distance. So this will be a long term, or this will have a longevity in your life. Things being on autopilot, so feeling like you can kind of let go of control and having trust, mutual trust between each other, that things just kind of work out very smoothly. You guys also could be traveling a lot. So this could be someone who likes to travel, or you guys will take a lot of significant trips together. All right. It's a I think I can attitude, so very determined when coming together of wanting to be in a relationship, being on the right track and focal point. You and this person will prioritize each other in each other's lives, which is really good. All right, so let's talk about you first and foremost. You have the Queen of Cups coming out of where you'll be when the significant lover comes through for you. I feel a very beautiful vibe with the Queen of Cups. Even if you're a masculine, you could be on the more softer side, really taking care of yourself. You could be getting into a really nice skincare routine. You could be grooming yourself, like, learning how to barber yourself or do your own hair or going to appointments for this. I also see something about hygiene, like dental hygiene. So there could be like maybe you're lightening your teeth or whitening your teeth is what they call it, or you could be maybe getting Invisalign or braces during this time. I don't know. I'm getting something with your teeth, okay? But something is very aesthetically pleasing about you, all right? Something about like your skin, how it glows. You have a clear face, no acne, no adult acne. Your hair could be really, well groomed. Your outfits, if it shows that you take a great deal of care for yourself. It shows in your aesthetics and your beauty. With that Queen of Cups, you're going to be very emotionally receptive and open. So you could find yourself expressing love openly without worrying about how it's going to be taken or if you're going to be taken for granted, or even being open to love during this time. You are open to what comes towards you. You have a great sense of self-love, but you also are open to new love. So you're not going to be like, dodging this when it comes in. You'll be ready for it. All right. So I love that Queen of Cups for you. You also have a very nurturing vibe that could be drawing this person in. Like you like to take care of people, or maybe when this person comes in, you'll want to take care of them. Whatever that means for you, that means different things for other people. Sometimes that can mean giving your person a massage after a long day. Sometimes this is cooking for them or bringing them food. This could be like listening to their emotions, listening to their thoughts. How was your day? So it just means different things for all of you watching, but there is a very nurturing energy. Like this person feels like you really care about them, and that's something that's special to them, okay? You also have the walking boots. It's funny because I'm getting, is it Carrie Underwood? These boots were made for walking. Okay, anyway. This is a big theme of you exiting someone's life and walking away for good. So there's some type of no good ex of yours that's going to be trying to get back in your life around this time. You almost have like God and a devil there. So the devil's like, why don't you come out and play? God is like, I have something new for you. Don't listen to that loser. So there's almost like temptation from the past coming around. When you're about to start something new. So you want to pay attention to that because it could be outer worldly forces trying to influence you. One is trying to influence you for good. One is trying to drag you back to hell. So it's like, let's make clear, conscious decisions here, okay? Also, this walking boots talks about being on a journey or adventure, finding spontaneity in your life once again when you meet this person, feeling like you're on a self discovery journey, learning new things about yourself that really please you and kind of put a big sense of purpose in your life. You also have a great deal of self reliance for your own emotions, for your finances, maybe even for your company, keeping yourself good company at this time. So, a lot of self confidence I see coming from you. You're taking a lot of necessary steps towards your goals or manifestations. You could be pursuing your own path without being influenced by anybody. You know what's best for you, type of attitude. And there's a lot of freedom and independence here. So, you have found a really great independence and this freedom of being single, but could be the best timing for you to meet someone who can walk with you on this journey. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about your person who you'll be meeting here. This person is the Page of Swords. So this person could be very inquisitive and curious when they meet you. It's almost like this person likes to figure someone out all the way. That could be their safety net, you know? This is the type of person that before they purchase an item, they research it heavily and they ask a lot of questions before spending that dollar. So the same thing with you is that this person's going to be drawn to you, but they also want to know all about you, almost like before they invest in this connection. It feels like this person could be very protective over themselves. So they could have been through the ringer with the ex themselves. Okay. Also, with that Page of Swords, this person could be very like geeky, almost feel like a gamer energy, or they could be really into technology, having all the latest gadgets. They know how things work where other people may not um, care about those small details. Okay, so I do see that with this person. They catch on very well to a lot of things. I feel like this person can read you very well as well. So if you're irritated, if you're overly excited, if you're nervous, they kind of know how to read you. They have a lot of attention to detail to you in your life. Okay, so this person's very invested in you. They almost come off very nosy when you first meet them. When you first meet this person, you'll be thinking to yourself like, damn, this person's kind of nosy. It's kind of irritating you a little bit, or it's unusual. So that's one thing that you can use to like clarify who this person is in your life who's coming towards you. Okay, I was getting some things about this person. This person could have a very militant attitude. I don't know if they've been in the military or the army or the in the services, the armed services, but there is a very militant attitude about this person. I feel like this person would make a great parent because they have like discipline down packed. Um, this could be even in their routine. They could be very militant. They wake up at a certain time. They have to go to bed by a certain time. They only eat during these hours, you know? Even maybe with their religion or spirituality, they may feel like, like how a Muslim can pray however many times a day and it's serious. This person's kind of like that. They also could be very routinely or orderly. So their life and their house could be very organized. And if things come into chaos, that's when you know that this person's going through things because they seem to have a very routinely attitude about them. This person comes off very detached or nonchalant when you first meet them, but it doesn't stick because the Page of Swords is like very premature. I feel like they open up or they really get into their feelings and emotions towards you very early on. So it feels like when you first meet them, they come off very detached or nonchalant, but very soon after that, you kind of open them up a lot, okay? This person's a great communicator, by the way, as well. So when it comes to having hard conversations or just uncomfortable conversations, they don't shy away from that. They'll sit there and allow the conversation to happen. They know how to listen and they know how to speak and express themselves. So that's a really great thing as well. All right, so your person has the book here. With the book, I feel like this person is an open book, okay? And not in a way that you will be so interested and nosy like them. More so like they just kind of shut out information without thinking. It's very unconscious. So you could be talking, and they just kind of give you little information that you didn't even have to ask for because they're just talking. It just comes out naturally. They don't have much to hide, okay? But this person will be very invested in the hidden things in your life and the mystery behind you and who's your ex and are they still hitting you up? And, what happened with that? Or if you have children, what's your relationship with the mother or the father of your child? And how do you guys co-parent? And do they try to flirt with you anymore? Like, very in your business, okay? Very intellectual, very smart person. They could have went to school. They could be really into books themselves, so they could be really into books. They could have a library in their home. They love to learn, okay? So this person could be going through university, or they have some type of degree, or they could be a teacher or a professor, or they could be a mentor of some sort, okay? Like maybe sharing knowledge about a certain interest in their life that helps them as a side hustle. All right, so I do see that as well. This person's stance when it comes to parenting is that their children need to get a college education. They're going to say that to you, okay? So, whatever. That's not good or bad. It's just indifferent. All right, yeah, this person's really into books. They could be writing a book, and I feel like it's a self help book, which is good. That's nice that they're sharing their knowledge with other people. Or they just are really big into books. They could buy a lot of books from Amazon. They could have like a Kindle type of thing, or they have a library in their home. All right, so that's what I'm getting from your person so far. Of course, we're going to uncover more things about this person because I feel like they're a chatty person. They kind of just share secrets about themselves unknowingly. The mutual energy between you and this person will be the Five of Cups. There is some pain from the past that you and this person are kind of holding on to, maybe unknowingly. That ex that you could be avoiding during this time, yes, you're making a healthy decision to avoid them and not repeat that cycle, but you could still be very hurt over that situation. And you may have been holding on to it unconsciously. This person also has some pain from their past as well, which is why they're so snoopy and they're so like in your business, and why they feel like they have to know all details before investing, because something hurt them from the past that they felt like they weren't really knowledgeable about that person before getting invested. So you guys both have some things from the past that you guys need to heal from and let go of, and that's a mutual theme here. With that Five of Cups as being a mutual theme, it feels like there could be a lot of triggers that you guys may have towards each other that stem from the past, okay? So that's something to look out for. You guys have the Star card clarifying that Five of Cups, and you also have the Dominoes. All right, so with that Star energy, it talks about wishes coming true. So this is a heavy manifestation of a soulmate, a twin flame that's coming into your life that you guys both fantasize and wish for. All right, this also talks about a lot of peace. So I don't see a lot of chaos or drama between you and this person. This could feel like a miracle or a big blessing. Also, dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams could be pointing you into the right direction of who this person could be, how they're going to treat you, and also where you can meet them. All right. Also, you're going to be feeling very blessed, and this person will feel very blessed to have met you. This is the energy of feeling very like restoring faith and having hope because a really good person came into your life. This is falling in love. Nighttime energy, so spending a lot of time at night. Someone could work the night shift and make sure that they are communicating throughout work. This is like staying up late at night, watching Netflix, eating some snacks. This could be staying up late at night, talking to each other. There's a lot of evening type of dates that you and this person could thrive in. This is also like a big inspiration coming into your life. So you and this person will inspire each other to do bigger things in your personal goals. All right, and the Dominoes card is about strategic planning and preciseness. So I feel like this was divine timing basically, because it's a precise time that this person is being given to you, or that you're being given to this person. The universe kind of has some strategic planning to work and working around to bring you guys together. Okay, so it's very purposeful and very fated. Also, there will be a gain in momentum. This connection has momentum, so you'll see that once you guys meet, things start unfolding and progressing naturally. It doesn't feel like there's any blocks or restraints or self-sabotage. Things are moving ahead. You'll feel like you guys are set in motion. There's a lot of cause and effect energy or butterfly effect energy, maybe from you giving to yourself, healing yourself, leading a happy life, that this is coming towards you. All right, you'll see a lot of progress and execution, which shows that there's going to be a joint effort between you two. some type of chain reaction. Oh, and it does say butterfly effect at the very end. So there's that, okay? You may also feel like your life, like everything that's been going on lined in your life lined up to you guys meeting. So it feels very like the string method, okay? All right, so let's start off with you here. Queen of Cups in walking boots, okay? Let's talk about your energy when you do come into union with this person. Tell me all about my Saggies, singles, when they meet this person, when they come into union with this person. What can you tell me for my Saggies here? As the Queen of Cups and the walking boots. All right. So you are walking away from any attachments, toxic cords. What else does it say? Negative or karmic energies and bad habits. So this is what's bringing this person in towards you, is when you clearly decide, I don't want to do this anymore, and you walk away from it from good. So you could be having a lot of positive and healthy habits around this time. You are really disciplined in that. You could be disciplined and having a lot of self-control around any negative attachments, toxic people, people from your past, this ex significantly. So that's a big one. So that was on the bottom of the deck for you. We also have the work, job, or business card. So I feel like big things are going to be unfolding in your career when you meet this person. I feel like that's that lineup energy where everything's lining up for divine timing. So you could find that you're getting a big promotion or raise. You could find that you're moving into a greater role. Maybe you're finding a new job that comes with better benefits and salary. If you have a business, you really have been putting in the effort towards your business, and big rewards could be coming into your business during this time. And it's also like just letting you know this is how you're going to meet this person, through really maybe prioritizing your finances or your career. Once you start to see those rewards, you should know that this person's right around the corner. Also, a lot of focus on your transformation. You're having some type of rebirth or glow up energy. You're leveling up or upgrading in a major way. Okay, so once you are, not when you're complete with this, but once you have really put in the effort towards this, you'll see that this person is right around the corner. And last but not least, we have the coercion or corruption card. I feel like this is like that devil energy that I was talking about, trying to influence you to go back to bad habits, influence you to wake up cycles again in your life. This also could be that ex trying to coerce you or bribe you back into their life, tempt you. So be careful of that. Once you're starting to see these heavy temptations flooding you, like for example, even if it's not the ex, but like maybe you made a commitment to yourself to stop drinking, you know, maybe drinking how it was like a big demon in your life. And you made this commitment for yourself. And it could be a time where you're very popular and a lot of friends are inviting you out, but they always have a bottle. They always have the Tito's. They always have the Casa Amigos. They always want to go to this bar that gets very lifted in spirit of drinking spirits, okay? I don't know what I'm saying, y'all. But I'm just trying to give you guys another example. You could find out a lot of temptations are coming towards you, but you're staying strong and staying committed to your promise to yourself, okay? So that's another way that you'll know that this person is right around the corner. Oops. Okay. Give me some messages for Sag, my single Saggies as the Queen of Cups. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you guys should know what this card is, because Sagittarius, this is one of your cards. But it talks about change and having luck and favor in your life. The wheel is turning in your favor. If you've been down and out if you're going through a very low emotional state, if you dealt with a lot of codependency, toxic habits, or toxic people, you should see that there's going to be some type of uplift in your life where this is changing for the better. So there's a lot of positive change and a lot of luck, feeling very lucky, feeling like you can't lose, um, energy coming towards you when you meet this person. Your life will be in an upswing of positivity. Okay, so that's really good. Also, the Six of Wands as well. So, a lot of popularity, like I told you about. You could be getting a lot of recognition and reward, promotions, promotions in your business doing crazy numbers. Maybe upward on your salary, getting some type of upgrade in your salary, but you're getting a lot of recognition for how you're changing, how you're having this powerful glow up. So a lot of people are going to be recognizing, that you're different now, and also getting a lot of reward, achievement, blessings coming towards you. Your reputation also, I don't know what's going on with the reputation from the past, but your reputation is also having a refresh. So you could be known for really positive things. All right. So once these things start to unfold for you, when you're feeling lucky and your life is doing like a 180 and you're having just a positive, fun time, and then you're getting all of these blessings like the recognition and reward, the popularity, maybe even fame for some of you, that's when you'll find that you'll start to think about a more deeper, committed connection. You could be really strong in your spirituality or your religion or both. You also could have taken a lot of lessons that you got from the divine and you're integrating them into your life to make your life more happier, more fulfilled. The universe is going to see you as the Hierophant and bring in your spouse. So, whoever this person is will be your husband or wife one day, okay? So, I definitely see that. This is a very strongly committed and traditional relationship coming towards you. All right, tell me about this person. So, this person is the Page of Swords, just to recap, and they're the book. I also wanted to point out, by held back, that this person does seem like a know it all, but I do feel like they know it all because they're like a heavy researcher. So, they do a lot of research, but they're very handy with like information, okay? All right, what's the Page of Swords? Because I feel like this person has information about the weirdest things. The weirdest things, Like if you see a squirrel pooping on the sidewalk and you're like, oh my God, look at that squirrel pooping on the sidewalk. Here comes this person like, yes, squirrels poop on the sidewalk in the winter because, they're mating and the smell brings in that other squirrel for mating. Like what? Like how do you know this? Okay. Oh my God, you got yourself a geek, a little nerd here, okay? All right, what is the Page of Swords for this person coming towards my single Saggies? Oh my God, wow, okay. What else? Yeah. All right. Okay. So this person has the exposure card. And I told you that this person will be an open book. They have nothing to hide, or at least they feel like they don't have anything to hide. And sometimes they expose themselves without even knowing, okay? So I definitely feel like this person will be the first one to say, I love you, because it feels like one of those moments where they kind of just let something creep out, but it wasn't intentional. And then it's like, well, cat's out the bag. I do love you, Sag, okay? So there's something like that. This person could also be very confident in their birthday suit. So their body must be on 10, all right? Or not, who cares? This person's going to give you a lot of access to their life. They could be giving you access to like maybe their bank, like their bank statements or what they make. Or if you ask them, they wouldn't have a problem logging in and showing you. They could give you access to their home, like giving you a key or giving you the code. This person could be giving you access to driving their car. They are just really like not trying to hide anything from you, and they also want you to have a piece of them to know that you can come over anytime. You can have anything that's mine. Whatever you want, just ask and I can give it to you. So this person's not secretive at all. And I feel like it's done unintentionally. It's not like they're trying to put on this facade like, yes, I'm an open book. It's more so like the natural energy of this person. They just are not really into anything crazy, at least not right now. All right, we have intellectual theft. So again, there I'm telling you, your person's a know-it-all. Your person could watch a documentary and only watched it one time, and from that, they have absorbed all that information, and they can replay it back as almost like they're a robot, like they're AI. Okay, I want to call your person AI. I don't know if they have those initials in their name, like A and then I. Okay, I almost want to say Allen Iverson. All right, let me stop playing. Sorry. But yes, this person is like really good with knowledge. This could be something that brings them a lot of money in the future, is give like doing like how-to channels or sharing knowledge with other people, mentoring, guiding people, teaching, even teaching classes online, creating a course. I feel like your person will make money from this in the future. They're very good at like snatching information up. You have to be careful almost what you say around this person because their mind absorbs it like AI. Like, you know, if you have some friends that come over and your friend is acting a little cheeky and may say something crazy, it's almost like that could have happened 6 months ago. And then your person's like, I don't want you going out with that person. They slept with someone on the first night. Like, I don't need that influence around you because your friend said it. So if there's certain things that you don't want to be repeated to you that this person will kind of bring up, kind of keep it on the hush because they don't miss anything. They're always listening, always spying, always snooping, always should figure out how to make that brain larger. Okay, your person could also have a big head. I'm saying that too because I see like caps, so this person could be wearing like a lot of caps or like hats. This looks like a big head. These two cards have hats on them. And that brain is so large, okay? So I find this funny. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's get some messages for your person. All right, tell me more about this person coming towards my single Saggies. That is the Page of Swords in the book. Now, this person could be giving you open access to their belongings, like their phone, their laptop, their house, and expecting the same out of you. There could be some disappointment when you don't really give them the same reciprocity because that could be like a control tactic. Like, I'm going to give you all of my passwords, but I want yours too. I'm sharing my location with you and I want you to share it back with me. So that's something that you may set boundaries with this person, not because you have anything to hide, but also maybe because you're trying to not lead into a very toxic, codependent type of relationship. All right, tell me about the Page of Swords. All right, we have the Knight of Cups. So this person is going to be pursuing you romantically. They could be very romantic. So I see this person giving you gifts or having very thoughtful dates, or it could be very romantic with their words, very charming. All right, so they do know how to sweep you off your feet. Also, I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of downloads about your person. Paper cuts. Maybe because they're always snooping. No, just kidding. But they could like work with a lot of paperwork, okay? I don't know if your person's like a lawyer or something like that, or they work in law, or they work with a lot of paperwork, like teaching, or I don't know. But I do feel like your person is prone to paper cuts. They get them too much. Like paper cuts are kind of like very sporadic and happen randomly. I feel like your person gets them quite a bit, okay? See what else is here. Two of Swords. There's something about your person's childhood. They have a weird energy about children and creating a family. Okay, they are very indifferent about it. It's not something that they ever woke up and it was like, oh, I want to create a family. It's not like that. It would have to mean like taking the a relationship with someone that they deeply care about to the next level. But there's some type of indifference about whether or not in this lifetime they would be a parent. Okay, now, if they do have a child, there's some indifference about that, even, like there's a lot of parents out here who have children but necessarily did not want children in their life. Okay. So, and that doesn't mean that you're a bad parent. That's just being very factual. It's kind of like similar to when they say that parents have a favorite. It's the truth, but no one wants to say it because it sounds bad. But I feel like there are a lot of people out there who did not want children that ended up having children. Doesn't mean that you don't love your children the same, but you definitely have your reservations about parenthood because of something that happened in your life. So I feel like this person could have been battling that. Like with the Two of Swords, they just never knew if they were going to be a parent, and if they do have children, they definitely were indifferent about what that meant for them. Okay, they didn't really feel a strong, nurturing vibe towards their child, maybe at a young age. Okay, I feel like that stems from their own childhood. They could have had very, like bad, like, okay, I don't want to say bad parents, but parents who weren't very attentive, if that makes sense. And so that makes them, also, I feel like there's a message about how a parent said something very cruel to them as a child. Sorry, like, a parent could have said, "Oh, I thought having a child was going to make me happy, but it didn't." And they were talking about them, like when you were born, I thought you were going to make me happy, but it didn't. Like that hurts, that's something you don't I feel like that's something that you wouldn't like forget in your lifetime, that your parent was looking to you for happiness, but when you came, it didn't bring them happiness, could be really hurtful. So it's almost like something that a parent said to them very nonchalantly about parenthood has stuck with them in their lifetime. Okay, so I just want to bring that up. We also have the Four of Pentacles here. So I see a very possessive attitude from this person. Once you come into their life, they will recognize you as theirs and only theirs. They'll be very protective over you. They'll be very guarded towards anything that poses as a threat to their connection with you. So, excuse me, sorry guys. I've been drinking a lot of tea. Um, when it comes to like snooping and spying on you, this is basically trying to see who's trying to hit on their Sagittarius. Okay, so this person could just be very possessive with that Four of Pentacles. Also, Four of Pentacles is very bougie. It's a very bougie energy. Okay, it's like higher up, very bougie, turn your nose up, to kind of snobby. So I feel like your person could be very snobby towards certain things, but they like what they like. They like luxury and they just have a very snobby energy that they can afford. So look out for that as well. I just keep getting this energy of abandonment, okay? Maybe with their mother or their father. Like someone just was not attentive to them as a child, and someone very clearly told them that they weren't they weren't a bundle of joy, basically, which is sad. So that's why I feel like your person could be very indifferent or indecisive about whether they want children, or even if they have children, they could have had a very weird moment when their child came into this life about what that meant. All right, let's talk about this mutable energy. So it's the Five of Cups and the Star and the Dominoes. Let's talk about that. All right, so tell me about the joint energies between my single Sagittariuses and the soulmate coming towards them. All right. I feel like one thing that you guys can share here is that you guys definitely both went through some type of insecurities from a past situation that devastated you. You guys both went through your fair share of insecurities from that situation. It's like when you were just perfect before you met some loser, and then you deal with the loser, and they just kind of bring you down, 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 down. Okay. So you and this person have dealt with that, and it could have taken a lot of effort to come back into a very confident place where you guys could be when you guys meet. You also have both been the runner, the avoidant, the escapist in past situations. So I'm pretty sure since that very devastating time, you have you have met other people, dated other people, but it never really became anything serious because you could have been running. And the same thing with your person, they've dealt with that as well because of that pain from the past as well. Okay. You guys both have a very alpha and masculine energy here. I seen a podcast today, and I wasn't really resonating with what the person was saying, but what stuck out to me was that the man said that men have dopamine in their brain. Now, when I heard that, I was like, doesn't everybody have dopamine in their brain? Like women too? Like, that's kind of dumb. And then also the person explaining it was trying to explain this is why their marriage didn't work and they weren't mature enough to understand that. But they're using science and neuroplasticity to explain that men have dopamine in their brain. Okay, so I don't really know if I resonate with that, but I'm bringing it up because since you and this person both have this strong dominant masculine alpha energy, there's something about how you guys were chasing dopamine in the past, maybe even to heal or to mask the pain that you went through. So that was the significance of me bringing that up. But it feels like when you guys do meet, you guys will be out of that energy. All right. You guys have this past energy that really hurt you guys, that came into the situation intending to hurt or harm you. And what that means is like, obviously, you didn't have someone coming into the relationship, your ex coming in and saying, I'm going to hurt Sag. It's more so like your behavior. So you came in with the intention to be a player. You came in with the intention to be a hoe. You came in with the intention to be a narcissist. That then turns out to you being having an intent to harm or hurt me because you never had really good intentions anyway. So you guys both dealt with this, and there's still some anger, resentment, or sadness that you guys still hold on from the past that needs to be dealt with, okay? It shows that you guys have this Sigma energy of being very independent, very intelligent, fearless, strong, silent, and mysterious. So that's something that you guys can both share that will probably bond you guys very strongly upon meeting. You guys both also have a big disdain for liars and being lied to. So that's something that you guys will share very strongly, is that I don't like liars. I have no tolerance for lying. That may be something that the first thing that you guys talk about when it comes to your deal breakers. And what was I going to say about this? I feel like that's why your person could be a big snooper or very nosy, probably trying to catch people in lies. And with you, it doesn't really show that you have a focus on this, but you may see that you and this person have this similarity, that this is a no tolerance. This is a deal breaker, okay? All right, let's clarify that Five of Cups. Five of Cups for Sagittarius in this situationship. I mean, not situationship. Sorry, Five of Cups for my single Saggies and this soulmate coming towards them. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Five of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Ooh. You and this person are very generous people. Generous with your time, your affection, your attention, your energy, your effort, your money, with gifts, with favor. So two generous people are going to be coming into a union, and the gifts are not going to stop. All right, so that's what I see with that one. Also, too, with the Six of Pentacles, it's exchange, okay? It's an exchange. So you buy something that probably didn't cost that much, but you buy it for a uplifted price. And that's how I was able to make a great exchange off of my client, right? So when it comes to, let me explain it better, okay? So when it comes to what you give to this person, you're always getting like 10 times back in return. So you may give 25%, you're going to get 75%. But the same thing goes for what they give to you. Even if it's not that much, you always come back with abundance more. So it feels like a very mutable and balanced connection. But I feel like you and this person always one up each other in a positive way, not in competition, but out of love. So it's almost like you do something for this person. Maybe you cook them a meal or you dropped off lunch to their work. They're taking you on a really nice date as the effect, right? Or if you bought if they buy you a shirt or a hat, you're buying them a whole outfit. So it's like that. Like whatever you guys give to each other, that Six of Pentacles is like overly generous with what comes back, okay? It's an exchange. All right, Five of Cups. Page of Cups. This is just like really admiring each other very much. There's an energy of loyalty right away that you guys will have to each other, of not wanting to do each other wrong, which is really nice. And there's a shyness as well that you and this person will have. There's shyness in certain things. So whether that's like intimacy, kissing, holding hands, going out on a date, you know, there's certain shyness that you and this person will share with each other for a while. Even when you feel well adjusted and comfortable, still there's some shyness or butterflies. All right, last card here. King of Swords, okay? This gives like a low tolerance, no BS type of vibe here. You guys could be very critical of maybe each other or yourselves in the situation, and also other people who may come around. So you could find that this person is critical of your friends. You may be critical of their friends. They could be critical of your family and maybe how your family treats you and interacts with you. You could be critical about their family and how they treat them and how they interact with them. This is like a no nonsense type of person. And I feel like there's an energy that you guys both have where this person's very protective of you with the Four of Pentacles, and where you feel very committed to them with the Hierophant, that there's some no nonsense when it comes to outsiders, and also maybe being a little critical, self-critical about each other when giving to this. So that's something that's to be worked to be a little bit more relaxed, go with the flow a little bit more. But I do see that for sure. All right. All right, Sag. So let's go ahead and get some last words about this connection coming towards you. I feel like a lot of you are already in that theme of transformation, of picking up really great habits, of career and financial growth. So this person is not too far out from coming towards you. All right, let's get some last words here. Last words for my Sagittariuses that are going to be meeting their soulmate, their twin flame, very soon. Anything significant for the two in this commitment? If I'm a little loopy in your portion of the reading and a little like psycho, a little crazy, silly, it's because I've been reading for almost, I think, 3 hours now. So I'm a little cuckoo. Or maybe 2 hours, but it's all been back to back. So I'm a little cuckoo right now, okay? All right, give me some messages, please, about this commitment coming in for my single Saggies. Your cards are flying, unlike the other portions. So there's a lot to be said here. All right, one more. All righty. See, I don't know what's going on with me, y'all. All right, we have I need more attention. Okay, so one of you in this connection are going to feel like, you know, I want more attention. Maybe it's this person towards you. They're going to figure out very soon, like, I like how this is going, but I want more attention. I want more of a commitment. I want more investment. All right. So I need more attention. Kind of gives like to a clingy type of lover, but I don't think that card came out. Ooh, my butt, y'all. Ugh. Oh my God. All right. Sorry. We have vacation here, so that shows that you and this person will be traveling and taking some very romantic trips. I love that. That sounds like a lot of fun. Blocked is to your exes. So I feel like you're blocking your ex when they're trying to sneak back into your life. You're being very intentional that you want new and only new. Okay, this is coming out again. You know that this came out for all portions, from the married folk to the situationships to the single. There's something in the air, Sag, about your people that y'all are not attracted to them at first, or they're not attracted to you at first, which is just so bizarre. But I mean, love comes in weird ways, right? So there's that. We have I'm not over you. Again, another message from your ex. Fall. Okay, so you could be meeting this person during fall season. So we're already in fall season. So be on the lookout. We have I'm horny. I didn't really get a lot of messages about any horn dogs. Like, it didn't feel like your person was really horny or you were really horny, but maybe you guys will be knocking boots a lot when you guys first meet. Now, this also could be the ex. Look, your ex keeps trying to creep up in your message. This person could be trying to booty call you. They can be hitting you up, missing what you have, your middle piece. So, pay attention to that. We have you were in my dreams. All right, another message for the ex, leave me alone. Jesus. All right, we have celebrity status. I feel like this is your energy. You're getting a lot of fame, popularity, recognition, reward. You could be feeling like a celebrity. You could feel like your life is like a movie when you do meet this person. You could be attracting a celebrity as well, so don't count yourself short. You could be attracting someone who has some type of celebrity status. Oh, shit. All right. We have alcoholic here. So either you or your person dealt with alcoholism, is what it's called. And it's interesting because I brought up that example of like friends trying to tempt you to drink. But I don't know. I feel like someone's overcoming this. So I don't feel like this is a problem right now. Hopefully not. But this could be a big goal of yours, or with this person coming towards you, to not relapse, basically, or to just make sure that they're drinking only in moderation and not in excess. Okay. So good for you. That's a big accomplishment, big accomplishment for whoever this is, your person or you. We have breakup here. So you could be completely broken up with your ex and you're not looking to get back with them. Again, look out for a July Cancer or Leo, or this person could have significant Cancer or Leo placements. When you meet them, that could really outshine in their personality. July is very significant for some reason. And last but not least, we have highly protected. So this connection, you can rest assured that it will be highly protected from in the universe, okay? All right, Sag, we have come to a conclusion. I hope that this has been very insightful for you. Thank you guys for being here, watching it all the way through. Make sure to like the video, comment down below. Tell me about your situation as a single Sag. What are you focused on right now? Where are you having a lot of fun in your life right now? What are you rediscovering about yourself? Like, what new things are you learning about yourself? And what's something you really like about yourself right now? I think that's the most important. What's something that you really like about yourself or your life right now? All right. So make sure to comment down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on your next Sag reading coming out very soon. And with that being said, I love you guys and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye.